Mauri Ora. I've just been sitting here for a little bit, tapping into the wairua. I'm feeling you're very soft and delicate at this time. I feel like time is on your side. This is so take whatever resonates in this video. Um, and if you're seeing this, I do go live. So I'm going live. You can get the link and we can sit and you can join this as a part of my membership. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of ease around you at this time. And this message is coming through to you, to your human, before we get into the wider, into the spirit of this live. But they just want to acknowledge that you are exactly where you need to be. You are growing. You are glowing. You are attracting money energy daily. You are soft and gentle to yourself. You are special. You are free to take up space to assure your success. You are a powerful leader. You are knowledgeable because you serve for peace and abundance for all, right? You are wealthy. You are a millionaire. You are balanced in all aspects of life. You are a creator. You are confident in your body and mind. You are whole. You are magnetic. You are attractive in all aspects. You are enough. You are here and now, and you are ready to receive these messages. And so it is. So, Hermit, you've got the Hermit come through, and that was that energy of being really soft and being really feminine at this time. Don't mind my snacks. um, the Knight of Pentacles leading, you are really beginning to understand how you can take action into your potential at this time. And your divine masculine is willing. And I feel like that's a huge shift that's happened. We've got the Tower in the reverse on the bottom. And this is the epitome of what has happened to you within your core, I feel. This Tower moment. Deeply guided by wairua. So I was sitting, and these are the things that are coming through. So there is a lot of ancestral clearing happening at this time, and there are things that are happening within your energy of your siblings. There's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of projection happening. And what this is showing you when you go into the karmic and emotional soul ties that keep you in those loops, which is what happens when you are delving into your childlike energy. You attract monitoring spirits. So you attract karmic lessons. You attract people who want to be in your frequency all the time, but you have understood through the decisions that you've made to stay away from people because you're coming to realize that they are reflecting your childhood. They're reflecting or are a reflection of your brothers and your sisters, your mother and your father. And what happens when you have this trauma in your life, when you were a victim, when you were like a child and you had that experience, you begin to attract that on all aspects of your life. But you, the beautiful, delicious human who is seeing this, you are no longer in that energy anymore. You're no longer in those frequencies. And the monitoring spirits are the narcissists, right? They manipulate your darkness to keep you in your loops. You've followed your intuition, though, throughout this whole journey, and you've made really beautiful decisions. And they actually have to just sit and watch you currently just glow the fuck up. And they're like, wait, what? And for them, it's actually a little bit like a punishment watching you be so beautiful in all of your light. And, they're saying things like, oh, I knew that. I always knew that about them. I always knew that, like I was there at the beginning. yeah, you were the face that I stood on to get up because you were trying to drag me down. They've tried to attack you psychically, okay? And they use the trauma to justify themselves. So the projections, the behaviors, right? They utilize that energy to keep you in your loops, to keep you where you are best suited, which is usually when you dim your light. But what this means, so a big part of why you're hearing this is because it is time for you to understand that you have to balance the human and the soul. All of this soul work that you're doing isn't just like you're not paying to see this just for soul work. This is human trauma work that you're doing, and you're doing the unfolding, and the you're going internal into yourself because you understand that no one else is coming to save you, right? So that's why you've called on me, hi, to help you understand some shit because you're like, Chelsea, like, I don't fucking know what's going on. And I'm like, hey, listen, it's all good. The whole point of this loop is for you to understand how people use psychic magic and psychic abilities of their own to manipulate you. And we know these to be hexes and curses. We know these to be attachments, right? We know these to be things that don't really, they're not really like things that people think happen a lot, but they are. These things that are happening in the 3D reality, I'm talking funny, is because you're learning that your wairua and the openness of your wairua, but because you're not conscious in it, is the reason why you are still allowing these emotional attachments to happen. But somewhere along the line, you fear a world without something, which means that that's the ego. And when you are able to understand what that is and where that ego is, it takes you a few times to do it, and that's why we call it a practice. Loops, getting stuck in loops, you're practicing. There has to be a level of consciousness where you're understanding that you're not doing this shit for nothing, that you're not meant to feel pain constantly all the time, that you're actually meant to get out of that and grow. But a part of you is still holding on to a vulnerability that you have actually already worked on, which is why the Tower card's here and why they keep saying monitoring spirits. Like, yes, people are watching you, but you don't have to, that's just noise to you. And those who are high functioning or high sensory, when there's a lot of noise, it creates a lot of distraction. So there's also that. And we're coming out of this time. You are coming out of this time where you've been in an incubation period with your third eye. And what we know that to be is te kore, when you go into the potential. But what you are understanding, so I'm just going to read what I've written. Using karmic and emotional and soul ties to keep the loops. It's not always about power, because not feeding it, not giving it a response, your own energy, is how you are creating your reality, right? So when you're not actually feeding something, it can't grow. And that is also how you create a reality. You don't always have to constantly build. Yeah. You can just not respond and then wait. And that's what leading into uncertainty is. You're minding your own business, so they have to use wairua to get to you. So that is also understanding what happens when you set boundaries. And because you're open, it is how they're coming in. This is karma and karmic, which is the darkness. It's te po. So in te kore, you release that energy because those who come into Te Kore have been dealing with the dark forces. So when you activate this in your tinana, you're distorting the old and the fracturing timelines. And what we have been shown, my bestie Boo and I, we often are channeling wairua to serve our highest good. That's a part of our embodiment, and that's a real big reason why she is my bestie Boo, is because we get that and we're doing that for each other. And when we were channeling the other couple of, I don't even know, I honestly could not even tell you when, but we were working on train stations and timelines, and that's how I've always worked, is a train track. So these are your timelines, and you're not just like jumping timelines, you're actually distorting timelines, and you're creating ends to loops. So you're taking the path away, but you've created a new one. So it's like a diversion. Your tupuna are reminding you to come back into your body, and that's, you need to be human. And that's why I feel like I started this very humanly. So those are the messages for today. And yeah, reminding you that I have my coaching open at the moment. I'm looking for some beautiful human beings to come and allow me to mentor you for a year, coach you for a year, help you through all of this, the embodiment of that. You can grab a reading from me. They're $88. They're a YouTube reading just like this, where I'm reading the wairua, but it's your own personal wairua. And of course, if you are local in New Zealand, I am hosting a Te Kore event. It was meant to be this weekend, but I'm getting my carpets cleaned, so it's next weekend. And that is with cacao and sound bowls and breath work and upregulation and all sorts of yummy yums. So all the links are in, or will be available on my Instagram link in bio. And I cut all cords. I'm going to say thank you to the guides and the Ascended Masters, and I'm going to cut all cords and ties attached to anyone or anything, and we'll plug them into source to receive the ultimate love and light. And yeah, Mauri Ora.